So the best part for me was meeting people who are at similar or ahead of the curve when it comes to digital transformation, setting up CDP in their organizations, trying to elevate the customer experience while also elevating how the technology is set up, and to be able to brainstorm with them on where they are in their journeys and what I could learn from them, what I could share with them as well. So it was a very good sharing, brainstorming evening for me. When I'm meeting people face to face, I can actually feel like we can trust each other when we are sharing information which might be not sensitive, but also not something that you want to share because it is still important for the organization that you're working with. The second part is that it builds this relationship of continuous learning with each other, rather than just one person scheduling, a Zoom call, for example, to reach out and get expert opinion. It's a conversation amongst equals, amongst peers, which is something that I find really enjoyable and fruitful as well. Data foundations are super important. As someone mentioned, garbage in is equal to garbage out. This is probably the first lesson we learned when we were learning about computer science, and funny thing is it still holds true. Technology can keep on getting more and more complex, but the fundamentals remain exactly the same, which is get your basics right, get your teams aligned on the goals, get aligned on the North Star metric on what you want to achieve. So yeah, I think that's the biggest takeaway. Technology can come, go, transform, but as long as we have the basics and the fundamentals right, you're going to be moving on the right path. So we are in retention business, even though it is a e-retail e-commerce website. Simple thing, a pet has a lifespan of 13 to 14 years. Once a pet parent, always a pet parent. So if we lock in a customer once, you can lock in the customer for at least 13 to 14 years for their first pet's life cycle, and then so on and so forth. And this is why I say we are in customer retention business, and that is the most important business goal for us. It's not just keep getting more and more, which is also not a bad thing, but it's not a leaky bucket that we want to create. We want to get more customers, and we want those customers to stay with us as long as they would like to, and make a human connection with those customers while we are retaining them. So move away from just the transactional part and really focus on building those relationships with our customers through every touch point, through every communication that we are having. So these are the business goals that we are focusing on. So we are already using AI for quite some time, and the teams have done a really splendid job at exploration in that space, and they go throughout the spectrum, right? So we are not just looking at the customer life cycle, but also product life cycle. So once which articles should we add to our assortment, to how should these articles description and facets and taxonomy be crafted, going to listing on the website and the apps and so on and so forth. So we are looking at the full spectrum of use cases when it comes to the product life cycle, and similarly looking at legal and compliance topics in parallel. So yeah, I would say we're doing quite well over there. The challenge with data continues to be that it is fragmented and that it needs to make sense, right? What was also mentioned in this session, taxonomy of the data is super important, and I think that takes time and that takes alignment across the board, and that is something that we need to continue to get better at.